now it's just time to get back to work. There's a ton of things out of our
That's such a
control.
polite way to say it.
If we're speaking specifically to developments in HQ, things are changing every day, but the vast majority of us have no control over it, at least directly. Um, and it's time now that we got back to work for the people that depend on us, our communities, our clients, our members, our staff members, our families. Um, how do we do that? How do we get back to it? Tune out the things that we can't control, and refocus on what our business needs right now.
Well, I think the first thing that you would need to do in this situation is address your members, and I think pretty much everybody has done that, and that's pretty much as far as you should go as your dealings with HQ in the immediate short term. If you're a CrossFit affiliate, I think if your members are aware of something or if they're asking questions, then that makes sense for you to address, obviously. But beyond that, the emotional responses is something that you should be dealing with, I think, at home on your own, and you should be going through that process. But I think social media and Facebook, like staying on that's only going to serve to distract and prevent you from addressing other immediate issues that your business needs, like reopening after being closed for so long, checking in on your members and making sure that they're doing well. They're having trouble adjusting back, doing quality checks on how you're providing service in the gym. So
Yeah.
I think that's the best place to start.
Yeah, the message that I think we're resonating today is really also a reminder for myself. I've, the past 4 or 5 days, been consumed with being on social media and online and trying to figure out what the updates here, who said this. And at the end of the day, you realize you've spent so much time, effort, and energy and resources and attention on this that's still not directly impacting you or your community as much as if you can pay attention to your day-to-day operations and what your real concerns are from your members.
Right.
So I think that serves a reminder for all of us that we need to try to stay away from allowing these things to suck us down this rabbit hole, and just focus on what's in front of us and what we can control.
Yep. If a minute of your time was $1 of your money, where would you want to be investing your money? Where would you want to be in? Where should you be investing your time to pay dividends? On social media right now, it may feel it's like that short-term impulse buy. You get a wave of emotions from interacting with it now, but it's not going to do you any good, tomorrow or the following day or next week or next year. Focus on the things that will benefit you in the long run right now. Yeah.
Right. And I think doing so will also allow you to, again, like we talked a little bit earlier about this week, was to take a step back, evaluate, and figure out what you can do to make a difference. If you're still very concerned, and rightfully so, about the movements of HQ, well, let's take a step back. Let's get off of Facebook, because we already know a lot of what's being discussed. Most of it is just, at this point, I think it's just drama. It's additional drama that isn't as material. And formulate a plan, or formulate an action plan for what your business can do, or what you can put forward, some kind of initiative to get people together, or if you want to try to put forward some kind of structure or some ideas that maybe we can start getting up the chain of command up to HQ, so we can move forward in a different direction. But right now, that there's still so many loose ends and so many hypotheticals, nothing set, that you're wasting your effort right now, I think. So yeah, I think at the end of the day is just really try to shift focus back to the people who need it the most, and which is your members and your community and your staff.
Yeah, 100%. I think it circles back to the theme that you've been bringing up for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, particularly in preparation for gyms that are opening. Like, you've got a total control of only a few things, like literally what is in arm's reach of you. For us, luckily in California, this week was the prep week, because we've got now mandates from Newsom on downhill. Hey, the gyms are opening this week. So you had gym owners
What?
literally all week that were like in this waiting game of, is it going to be Friday? Is it going to be Saturday? Is it going to be Sunday? Is it going to be Monday? And, you know, they got the guidelines literally yesterday, you know, but at the same time, you've got gym owners in California who like should be jumping for joy that they can open as of today. What is it?
11th?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Friday. And they get a
yeah.
chance to actually like to step up and participate. But what are they doing? They're still worrying and complaining and fighting and like wasting their time online. I can't tell you how many people have sent messages or screenshots or whatever. But like, and I'm like, hey, bro, your gym opens in 24 hours or 48 hours.
What are you doing
ready?
to prepare for that? Right.
And
then on top of that,
they've been
getting
asleep
back
for the past month.
Yeah, getting back on the floor with positive energy. Like, people can read this on you. If you come to the floor, come to the gym in front of members who you haven't seen in person for a little over 3 months now, they're going to get some of that bad juju off of you. And that's the first experience you want them to have. Like,
no kidding.
Come full force with every ounce of positivity that you possibly can. And show them what they were missing. Show them what you're missing. You know, that connection.
Yeah, I hope or wish that folks can just get back to work. I mean, like, really realize that they got so much more work ahead of them.
Yeah. And one thing that we need to do internally is to really try to shift focus on what we discuss on our Good Stuff calls to get back to business. I think the past few weeks we did work on kind of reopening guide and what some of the steps are to successfully reopen. Obviously that kind of took a turn, I think rightfully so, but now it absolutely is time to shift focus back to how to get back to business, how to get back to work.
And to give an actionable step to anybody that's listening, if you haven't done it recently, some people have been open for a week or so. Some people have been open a little bit longer, a little bit less. Obviously, I think one of the best ways to do that is to do a brain dump. I think a lot of people jump back into action and they're between social media and what's going on in that world, and then like their members. There can be a lot of I hate this word, but chaos. Right. So like the best way to do that would be to sit down, get everything out on paper, and then organize what you have on paper and then start checking things off the list.
Yeah, absolutely. Shameless plug. We have an annual plan template that Eric built out that, the way that it was built out, it's designed that you can bring it down to smaller actionable chunks. I'll include those in the show notes for this episode. But if you don't have a template for how to organize your thoughts, dump it on a piece of paper, just like Zach said, and then see if you can input those into the template and kind of figure out what an actionable plan is, even just for the next month. That might give you a little bit better structure, so you know how to recenter your focus. And hopefully,
laughingly, hindsight being 2020, that we should go back and edit out that original thing and slap COVID on there for 90 days.
I was gonna say, take that original 2020 plan and just burn it.
Burn it. Yeah,
let's start a new one now.
it's bad luck now. We throw that one away and start again.
Actually, this would probably be prime time to do that, Eric. Is to maybe either tomorrow's call, or let's put out something where it's like, hey, can we get a mulligan on 2020? Here's what to do moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. Are we last, by the way? I mean, besides California opening gyms this weekend, do we know of, I think there's like 4 or 5 states still closed, correct?
Might be New York.
Yeah, if there's a way, if we could we should come up with like an international, we should come up with a national list and start like subtracting them off as they open. That way we know which states are in need of what resources. Like at what time.
Illinois opened up 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just get back to work. Let's do it.
Yep, let's do it.
You got it. Right on. Thanks,
all right, guys. Let's leave on that note. Get back to work. Come up with a plan.
Good note.
Take action. Take care of your members. Take care of your community. And we expect everyone to report back tomorrow. Don't know what yet. We have to figure out our plan, but we're working on it.
Perfect. All right,
All right,
guys.
gentlemen, pleasure. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Talk
You
to you.
got it.
Later.
Thanks.